Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Data Science Nerd. So today we are going to discuss another SQL query problem. Basically we will discuss on this data limo platform. So this is also a platform very similar to what we do on HackerRank, basically HackerRank, HackerEarth, or this particular platform. So this is also a very good platform. Actually this provides you all the questions related to SQL, Python, statistics, machine learning, but here you have a option to select the category of companies where you have this particular questions have been asked, right? If you see that here this question has been asked on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Tesla, New York Times, Facebook, BCG, all these companies have asked such questions which they have listed here. So how we are going to perform this question is we are not going to do easy level question. Okay, in case you need some easy level queries as well, please do comment down in the comment section that you are not very good in SQL, so you need some basic level practice as well. So we will do that as well. For now, I'm going to do directly to the medium level difficulty, okay? At least medium, and we will go to advanced level problem as well. So if you can see that this particular question has been asked in Twitter, Snapchat, Uber, Netflix. So actually I gave Uber interview I think few years ago. So actually they usually asked very good questions in interview. Basically this particular question have been asked, I don't know whether in a written exam or in an interview, but actually their interview was very good. It was for a role of senior data analyst at that time, and that question was very good actually. What they asked, it was a very analytical question and was related to lead lag function. So once you will get familiar with all such problems, right, at least you will be familiar with using window function. So there is a purpose why I am daily like practicing common table expression and window function. I'm daily making half an hour video for such related topics, right? If you see my playlist, I make a separate playlist as well for this, which is SQL full tutorial. So there you will find a common table expression video as well and window function video as well. So in case you have not watched that video, please go to that playlist and please do watch that video, because if you are not familiar with the syntax and how what is the meaning of partition by, what is the meaning of row number, rank, dense rank, all these things, right, then there is no point directly coming to the question and performing this, right? So it's better if you can go to that video, watch that video from starting, complete that playlist, and then come to this question and try to solve it. Okay. So let's see what this question is asking. So it's saying that assume you are given the table below on Uber transaction made by users. Basically, it is the table based on the bookings on Uber made by users. Write a query to obtain third transaction of every user. Third transaction of every user. You can like see this line very carefully, right? This is very important line. If you see this, third transaction of every user. So output the user ID, spend and transaction date. So what we need user ID and spend transaction date. Okay, so these three columns is what we need, and we will see how we are going to perform this question, how we are going to approach this question. So basically, if you can see that it is asking the third transaction of every user. Can you think of using a window function here? Third transaction by every user. So that means it is indicating towards that window, right? Where user ID is a window, and in that particular window, I am going to take the third transaction, every third transaction in every window. That means every third transaction in every partition. That means I'm going to partition my data based on user ID, and I'm going to arrange that data based on transaction date, and then I'm going to take the third record from every partition. Can you approach this question? No, writing this SQL query is not a problem, right? That is not our task, because whether you are able to think this way or not is the main thing. Because now you know that okay, you have to partition it by user ID, then you have to order it by transaction date, and you have to take the third record from every partition, right? Once you know this, right, even if you know nothing, right, in SQL, even if you don't understand any syntax, right, in SQL, you can just Google it, right? But whether you are able to think in that way or not, That is the main problem statement, right? So that's why I said that when I made that video on common table expression and the video on window function, I explained this in an Excel file where I took some sample and explained that what is the meaning of partition, how we are ordering it, everything I have explained. So I try to explain more in a logical way rather than directly coming and start writing queries, right? That will not serve any purpose, right, for you. For those who doesn't understand, at least for now. For those who are already pro in this, then they can ignore that logical like videos, okay? They can directly come to this interview types of question and try to solve queries. So for those who doesn't understand that, please go to the channel playlist and do watch that video. That is very, very important video, okay? So let's see. So basically, see where I work, right? I basically write a very big queries, okay? So I have to make a multiple logics where I am developing a multiple blocks, like components of the query, because I have to fetch like reuse multiple types of data at multiple places. So I have a habit of using common table expression everywhere, like wherever I can fit anything in common table expression and I can use it. I mostly use common table expression because it has came into my habit now. You can use a subquery as well, that is not a problem. Any way you can approach any question, it is all fine, okay? But it is about like everybody has a different practice, right? Everybody used to work on some different things. Everybody has a different approach, right? So my approach of like fitting everything into a common table expression has two three reason, because I mostly present it to the client and I have to explain the code to the client as well. So common table, if you see my video of common table expression, right, you will see that I have explained that what is the difference between common table expression and subquery, right? Why are we using common table expression and why we are using subquery? So I use common table expression frequently because I have to present it to the client, and common table expressions are very user friendly because they are very readable. Like their readability is very high. If even if you show that code to any noob, right, even if that particular person is unable to understand the code, but he will definitely get what this code is talking about. So what I will do here first, that I will take, I will partition my data, okay? I will make a common table expression. So this is the syntax of common table expression with CTEs. And then what three columns I need? These three columns which I already have wrote it down. So these three columns. And then I'm going to partition this particular data based on row number. I'm going to assign row number over, over partition by, what? User ID. And every third transaction I have to make, right? I have to take every third transaction. That means if today I have made a transaction and tomorrow I made a transaction and day after tomorrow I made a transaction, right? Then the third transaction I have to take. That means I am going to order it by transaction date in ascending order, right? That's how I'm going to take the third record. And I will assign this as an alias name as rank, let's say, or rnk, because rank is also a predefined function in SQL. So oh, oh, thank god it is written, otherwise I have to write it again. Okay, so as rank, now this common table expression is closed. Now what I want these three columns not from transaction but from CTE, the data that I already have pulled out in our common table expression above, where rank equal to 3. This is what I need, right? I hope you got it. What is this? Column user ID does not exist. User ID. Oh, sorry, sorry. Not written from where I am taking this data. So I'm taking this data from transactions. So now it is done, right? So can you see this output? I got third record of every user ID. So if you see this one sample output, right, the 111 record is this only, 89.60, and this transaction date same, right? For other user as well, we have pulled out the third transaction. So if you want to check this code, whether it is correct or not, you can just submit this as well. So for submitting it, you have to sign it, right? So for those who don't have account, if they want to practice it, it is actually a free platform for such problems, and there are some paid questions as well, which I don't think you need to opt at this moment, because there are multiple platforms where you can practice all this freely. Okay, so you don't need to pay for anything for practicing at least. So just sign it up and just keep practicing. Okay, you will submit it, you will find that this code is correct. So I don't think this is a medium level problem. I find it very easy. This is a very like easy level problem, but it's okay. At least we got some conceptual things right. So this is how we are going to discuss such problems on daily basis. So once you will become very good in this window function, right, at least you will start approaching the window function correctly. We are going to do some advanced level questions on lead lag functions. Why I am focusing on lead lag function? Because when I used to give interviews like 2 3 years ago for senior analytical roles, they used to ask me a lot of lead lag questions, because I don't know why, but the lead lags are their favorites maybe, because when you start like at your starting phase or career, right, their favorite questions, like set of questions, are joins when you start. But once you become a mid senior level, like their questions like suddenly change. Now they majorly focus on window functions like lead lag function and this all this partition by clause and all these things, right? So this is how your like interview gets changed when you become experienced candidate. So we will keep doing such questions on daily basis, and please keep practicing it. Okay, if you want to master this skill, if you want to survive in this data domain, right, you have to master this SQL skill, because there is no alternative to it. SQL is the heart and soul of this data domain, so you have to master it. Please, if you have any doubt on any topic, whatever videos I have made, I have already posted 10 videos. Please go watch all of them. If you don't understand anything, please do comment in the comment section and let me know that you want a video on this topic, on this topic, on this topic. I don't understand this in SQL. If there is any doubt, please do ask. I will try to make a separate video for every and each and every subscriber demand. Whatever you will say, I will make. But please keep learning, because I am also learning, and I am just making the video whatever I learn, whatever I do. So please do subscribe to the channel if you are learning anything from this channel. If you are not learning anything, then fine, you can ignore this video. Okay, so thanks a lot and we will meet again. Okay, okay, goodbye.